Hello everyone. So today I wanted to show you guys the fastest way to farm resources, especially Orokin cells. Now, as you can see here, I only have like 4, but there's a lot of things out there that really do take a lot of Orokin cells. Like I need 10 here, I need 10 more here, 5 more here. It's pretty easy to run out of Orokin cells, and I see people doing these survival missions for farming organ cells, and they stay there for I don't god knows how long. But there's actually a really fast way to do this, and you can also do this solo. Feel free to also do it in a party because it also generally works, but I prefer doing it solo because it's just faster. uh, any weapon with AoE damage is generally good enough. As long as you can some one shot some bosses, it should be good. But if you're a newer player, feel free to do the capture missions, which I'll show you later on. So the way we will be doing this is with Limbo, with 3 specific mods: Transient Fortitude, Leading Expertise, and Overextended. So that's gonna max our range basically and reduce our duration. That's what we want. We just want to nuke the containers and nothing else. I slot in a bit of strength in there so that I can at least one-shot some of the enemies to drop some energy, because we'll be using his ultimate skill called Cataclysm a lot. But that's the general build. Feel free to copy it, and if you don't have some of these mods, feel free to use this one. These most of these mods are from bounties. Like you can get the Augur mods from bounties, Cunning Drift mods from Lua Vaults, but you can also do without this one. You might not get a lot of range in that way, but it still works. You don't have to worry about it. Either works perfectly fine. And the best place for farming Orkin cells is in Saturn. Now, if you have the damage to do this node here, which I haven't unlocked right now, unfortunately on Steel Path, but if you don't have the damage to do it on Steel Path, I feel like the normal mission, that is Assassination, is more than good enough, dude. And the reason I like doing this mission is because the boss itself has a chance to drop an Arcane Cell, and you might also get additional Arcane Cells by breaking boxes. And if you don't like doing that, or if you don't have the damage for doing that mission, you can also do Cassini here. Capture mission, it's super easy. Just complete the objective and just go around and break boxes. So for demonstration purposes, we'll just head into a random mission right now. We are in. Basically, that's what we do. We press our ultimate ability and just breaks most of the boxes around here. Like these are all broken right now.
Several of our dig sites in this sector have been attacked and annexed by Ruk and his fleet. Take Ruk out.
So we gotta make sure on where to move, because as you can see, I'm using my overlay map to navigate myself. And you can also change this setting in the options here where it says prefer overlay map. And there's one more thing I forgot to mention earlier. If you have something called Thieves Wit or Animal Instinct, both of these mods pair perfectly well with what we're trying to do right now. Basically, what we want is the Loot Raider. And you can get them. Thieves Wit is generally more common than Animal Instinct. Well, feel free to use whatever you have. And there we go. I think the Arcane Cell was around right here. It's generally called cell array. So we got an Arcane Cell here, and let's look around this part if we got anything. You can generally get 2, and we got 1 more. Nice. So I think it was around here or somewhere. Anyway, so the reason I say we should use Limbo around here is because this boss kind of hurts. So we only need to wait for him to glow up, like right there. And I'm just gonna throw my glaive and he's gonna take damage. There we go. And once that happens, I can just go into my rift and just wait it out. This can generally take a while, but trust me, it's worth it because it's more or less guaranteed anyway. Sometimes you might get unlucky, so keep in mind that it's not 100% every single time. And he's dead. So we kind of got unlucky here because we didn't get the loot, obviously, but that's fine. We still got 2 Arcane Cells, and that's more than enough for now. So all of that took me around like what,
Watch
4
yourself.
minutes?
Grimir are
It
on the
can be
way.
less depending on how fast you are. Like obviously for demonstration purposes I was a bit slow, but you can
They won't
actually
be
cut
bothering
down the
us
time to
anymore.
around 2
Let's
to
get out
3
of here.
minutes per run. And if you have like a resource booster, you can get around like 4 to 6 and sometimes 8 if you're lucky. So that's a lot. That's a lot for the time you're allotting to this farm. Oh, oh yeah, one more thing. So if you guys wondered about my Glaive build and why I really like using it so much, so that's my Glaive build. It's pretty easy to build apart from the corrupt charge which you might need to buy and melee elementalist. Other than that, it's a pretty solid build. You don't really need any arcanes over there. It's gonna take you to level cap very easy. Only Argon crystals. You can also do the same for Neurodes, which drops around Earth. Like if I go here, you can farm for Neurodes here, or if you want to farm for Gallium, or not here, I think it's here. Yeah, if you want to farm for Gallium, it can also work in the capture mission Uranus. And one of the things that people all are always farming for is Argon crystals. And the place where I say to do that is in Hepit because it's a low level mission. The enemies die super fast and you can just use your limbo. There it is. It was at the very end. So we finally did get an Argon crystal. It was right here. So that's the general gist of it. But keep in mind that this can be very faster depending on how fast you're running your missions. And it's almost always guaranteed almost every single run. And very fast as well, so you don't need to worry yourself doing those exterminates or survival missions. I mean, you can still get them there, but even so, this is one of the faster ways to getting them. Anyway guys, hope you guys learned something. That will be all from me. Goodbye.